I'm a victim of road rage. A guy ran me off the road because he wanted to go faster than I was going. We both ended up wrecked in the median. Is he liable for my injuries and car damage?
Well, first off, Tank, I love your name. Okay, great. What I would tell you if you're in my office is, yes, I think that the other person can be liable for your damages. Sounds like he was at the very least negligent in causing the wreck and probably even more reckless. But here's what happens, and I want to get Tim's thoughts on this in a second. I see a lot of these big name insurance companies that get a case where my client, through no fault of their own, is in a wreck with the company's insured and maybe has 10, 12, 13,000 in medical bills. And there's only a $25,000 policy for that insured. And they want to offer 19,000 or 21,000, some lowball offer. Now we would settle for the policy, but they don't want to offer the policy. And what they do is they force us to file the lawsuit. And if the insured knew what their company was doing when all that was going on before a lawsuit, because nobody wants to get sued. It's a stressful proposition. But these companies are getting their own insured sued because they will not settle a case for reasonable money. They've gotten so tight because of the economy, they will not pay what's reasonable. And they actually get their insured sued. The other thing they do is these companies do not tell the plaintiff's lawyer, the person making the claim, how much insurance coverage there is. And so we have to file suit to find out. Then they have to give it to us. Tim, it happens once a month or twice a month where I have to sue just to find out the insurance coverage. Now, some companies do the right thing and they tell you how much coverage there is. But Tim, have you run into that where you had to file suit just to see what was out there?
Oh, sure. And usually it ends up in a situation like you're talking about where you have medicals that the settlement values for that particular case are well over what the policy limits are. And you're willing to accept the policy limits because there may not be any other money to go after with that insured. And it really puts a burden not only on the claimants, but many times the fee structure is different between filing suit and not filing suit, and also puts a unnecessary burden on the courts with filing fees. One thing I can say about this particular case, though, is I heard the term road rage. One thing you have to be very careful of is in intentional acts. Some insurance companies may not cover intentional acts, or they cover negligent acts. And so you need to be real sure what accusations you're making and how you make them in order to be able to, you could possibly talk yourself out of insurance. And sometimes it may not be a road rage situation or something you can prove, but an insurance company is going to be looking at that very closely to determine whether or not they're going to deny coverage.